You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies.
Here we are.
I'm Trey.
I'm Nick.
I'm JC.
It's Easter weekend,
Woo!
baby. Yeah.
Welcome to Easter.
What are we doing when it comes to Easter eggs? Are we using real hard-boiled eggs? Are we using fake ones?
What are you, rich?
That's what I'm asking.
Fake.
We have fake ones. We have like fake wooden ones that kids can decorate.
Yeah, we have the it's not, they're not wood. It was like, I guess, like paper mache.
Maybe that's what ours are.
And then we did two real eggs.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like the Hunger Games, where it's like, oh my gosh, you made a cake. That's incredible.
Right.
Yeah, so we used two eggs. We hard boiled those, and then Quaid got to dye them with his friends last weekend.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So we have come to another point. Every year, my wife and I have this exact same conversation. We don't really do the Easter Bunny at our house.
Yeah.
We do Santa.
Sure.
Santa does come. The Easter Bunny just doesn't come. I think
He's not dropping off the baskets?
First couple years, maybe we just forgot to tell the Easter Bunny to come over.
Yeah.
But it's just never, like our kids have never questioned. We still give them Easter baskets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But they've never questioned who they're from, really.
Interesting.
But it has come up recently where they are questioning the Easter Bunny, and then that leads into Santa. So I'm not sure how to handle it, because yesterday we were in the car and my daughter said, the Easter Bunny's not real.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was like, really? Who told you that?
whoa.
Why do you think that?
At the age of 6?
She's 6.
Yeah.
My son's 8. And I'm not sure. Like, I want to hang on to that magic of at least Santa for a little bit longer, especially for my daughter. But at some point, we're going to have to tell them.
Right.
And maybe that moment's coming a little sooner than I thought.
I thought I was going to be up for it. You know, if my kids ask, that's the rule Kinsey and I came up with. If they ask us and they're past, now they're both past 8. So 8 was our cutoff. But if they asked after 8, is this blank, real, bomb, this? We're not going to lie to them, because when they find out, they're going to lose trust, or at least, I don't know if I'm in my head too much.
Yeah.
But they've never asked, and so now I'm at the point where I'm just going to let it ride out.
Yeah,
Because obviously they're not going to ask me, because kids get smart. At least I remember thinking, if I go say something, it's over.
right. Those presents aren't
It's
coming.
gone. It's like so. I think my kids are at that stage.
You think they're in cahoots? Do you think they've talked about it?
I think so.
Yeah.
And my wife and I have to get on the same page about what exactly are we going to say if we're in that situation and the other one isn't there. Like, we have to figure this out.
Family meeting.
We should come up with a list of questions that you definitely have to have a prepared answer for.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I would
like
love that.
death, religion, we got to be on the same page.
Completely change of
Sex.
sort of.
Yeah.
Along the same lines, I did have one of those big questions where I thought, I have never thought about how I'm going to respond to this.
Oh boy.
My son was watching. He loves Mr. Beast. Okay?
I
Mr. Beast is great.
I think he's a good influence on our
He
kids.
is. He is.
I really do think.
And YouTube is just a scary world.
For sure.
Parents, be careful about YouTube. Don't just let your kids scroll YouTube and be on YouTube without you being around.
Amen. And secondly, but before you get to your point, if you question that, go watch the Netflix documentary, The Dark Side of Influencing or something like that. It's about Piper Raquel, who was a YouTuber. Go watch that, and you will see how awful YouTube is. Not just for the influencers, but it can be for the kids watching it.
So my son knows this, and he has 3 channels he's allowed to watch on his own, and he knows which ones they are. It's Dude Perfect, Mr. Beast, and Mark Rober.
Oh yeah,
All
same.
great. All great.
Yeah,
Influences
approved.
and stuff. All approved. And so the other day, my son, it was just my son and I, we were in the car, and he says, I saw something kind of weird on YouTube. Like, okay, what was it? And he said, well, one of Mr. Beast's friends was a guy, but now he dresses like a girl.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the friend's name, but one of them has transitioned and is now living as a woman.
Uh-huh.
And I was on the spot. I was put on the spot, and I said, okay, well, and he said something like, that's a little, he may have said strange or weird. I don't remember exactly what he said.
Because it's
he was a little,
confusing.
he was a little confused by it. And I said, well, you got to understand that there's going to be things in life that maybe you don't fully understand or comprehend. There's a lot of things like that for me that I don't completely understand. And I said, but just because I don't understand it or you don't understand it doesn't mean that other people can't live how they want to live. And I said, some people, they just feel more comfortable wearing different clothes, no matter what they are. And I feel like I had a good response.
Yeah,
I felt good with my response.
Good introductory one.
Just saying that, like, it is different. It is kind of confusing when you think about it. But just because you maybe don't understand it doesn't mean other people can't do that thing,
Because I had that similar conversation happened with my son because he saw like drag queens.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was RuPaul's Drag Race or something, and it was that same conversation. I think I remember the way we answered it because my godfather transitioned from man to woman, so I learned about this also as a teenager, basically. And it was even when I was a teenager, it was confusing. But the way that it was described to me was, and it was easier for me to accept it, was some people feel like they are stuck in the wrong body, and that is how they feel, and that's okay. And so that's kind of what I went with my son. I said, some people just feel like they don't feel like they are meant to be this, they're meant to be that, and they choose to go explore that. And he looked at me and he goes, well, I feel good in my body. You know how little kids say, and I remember because it was cute, the way he said, he's like, I feel okay, I feel good in my body. And I was like, look, I'm glad, buddy. I'm glad you do feel good because that makes me happy. That means you're not struggling. That's how we went about it. But that's one of those questions because it is out there a lot.
Yeah.
And you didn't expect it from Mr. Beast, but there it was.
Yeah. But he can still watch Mr. Beast. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Whatever. And, it's a tough conversation, but whatever, just have the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of parents get scared a lot of times, and
they're just playing around. They're just playing dress up or something
and part
like
of, I don't know, not to get into deep or political is not the word, but, part of, I don't know, if you have that hard conversation, it may not ostracize a different group. It may not put as much weight on some of these things.
Yeah.
If you just avoid the subject altogether, it makes the other thing harder to understand or scary.
It
or
seems like something you're not supposed to talk about.
Or weirder than it is. Just have that conversation and whatever.
Yeah.
Move on.
It is. We should come up with that list of readily available answers that we need to have just ready to go.
That you gotta talk about with whoever you're with, because like Kara may have a completely different
your
answer.
partner is a big you got to talk to your spouse about that for sure.
And then I don't want to be like, oh no, like babies are made by and then Kara's like, oh, we're not ready for that.
But that conversation has kind of tiptoed around our household. We've avoided the actual conversation.
Sure.
Because what grade is Davis in now?
He is in second grade.
Oh, okay, so that's about the time to start getting a little.
We're going to have an anatomy chit chat sometime soon, and the very basics soon.
Around fifth grade, I bought my kids a book about anatomy. It's basically like, you're growing up, and it tells you what's going to be happening in the next few years. But when it comes along the conversation and the answers, as long as parents, we all finish it with let's lead with love and compassion and empathy. That should be included in all our answers. Now,
Is it easier to talk to one of your kids more than the other? Like, is because you're guys, is it easier to talk to your boys about uncomfortable situations?
Yeah, maybe, but I haven't had a ton of really uncomfortable conversations to be had. We have a conversation whenever they go to a summer camp or something like that about your body, and no one needs to be touching it and all that kind of stuff. So I had that conversation with them this week when they were going somewhere new that they hadn't been before, and we're not going to be there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think if you have that conversation, it's not as awkward if you bring it up again.
Yeah,
true.
The main conversation we do need to have, aside from having these answers, and kids are going to ask a lot of questions. I'm glad we're talking about this because this is one of the most important things, and you need to have this conversation with your kids from, I think, when they start talking, when they're 2, that you need to tell your children that it is never okay to keep a secret from you. Because if God forbids a predator tries to approach them and tries something and says, hey, remember, we gotta keep this a secret from your parents. You got to make sure you develop that trust with your kids so that they know. If somebody asks you to keep a secret from your mom or dad, and they are not your family, or even family, if they're not your mom or dad and they're asking you to keep a secret, that is not okay. You need to tell your parents.
Yeah.
It's also, if an adult, and I had this conversation with my kids, if an adult ever asks you for help, no. I know we're trying to teach our kids to be good and to be giving and be good citizens, but I told my kids from when they were little, if an adult asks you for help, that's a red flag. Adults need to ask other adults for help. Adults don't need to ask you as a kid to go look for their puppy. Adults don't need your help to go find a grocery store. Adults don't need your help to see if the candy they're selling is good. They don't need your help. They can go get the help from an adult. So if an adult asks you for help, you say no, and you come back and you grab me.
That's good. Did you come up with that yourself, or did you hear that somewhere?
I don't know. I talked to them on my own about that. But yeah, it must have been something subliminally that I heard that made me feel that way, because I did have those conversations with them. And I've talked about, I was a victim of abuse as a kid. So I think I'm a little more aware of people when it comes to that. I feel like I don't know if you're a victim of this, if you develop a bit of a spidey sense.
Sure.
You know, and so I've been uber aware. I got a little bit of hate because we talked in the past about, not on our podcast, but recently on our show. I don't let my daughter go to sleepovers if they have a boy in the house, if there's a brother.
Sure.
I'm sure your son is awesome, man. It's not a
You have a
dig at
son.
you. I have a son. And look, my daughter's had girls she invited over and parents said no, and I'm pretty sure it's because we have a son. And I commend that.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. You should never have to apologize for you trying to protect your kids. I know my son's a good person, but you don't know him, and I get it. And you want to be as protective as possible when it comes to that. So I've only let my daughter go sleep at a friend's house that has brothers one time. But I've known these kids since they were born. They were like 2 and 3 when I met them. So it's like family of family. But even then, I'm still it's weird I let my daughter go to a sleepover. It's hard for me to let her go do that.
I feel like that's a lot more common now, about people being a little bit more reserved when it comes to allowing sleepovers, even in their house or letting their kids go elsewhere. I feel like that's a lot more common now. Because I remember when I was a kid, you could just go to whoever's, just go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Right.
To anyone's house, really.
Right.
Yeah, no, I need to know the parents. I need to have met the dad, like hung out with the dad. And if there's a brother, I tend to say no. And I feel bad at times for doing that, but I know I shouldn't feel apologetic for trying to protect my daughter. And my son, too. I know I'm a little more lenient with my son, but there's rarely a time where there's an older sister at somebody's house.
Yeah.
Because and again, it's not just boys that can do bad things. It could be girls, too.
Of course.
One thing just to add to your conversation about talking to kids about being safe and no secrets and stuff like that, we also tell our kids that you're never going to be in trouble if you tell us something.
Yeah.
Like if someone is being inappropriate and they try and scare you to not say anything, well, you will never be in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
And I told my kids, too, because some of these people will tell them, I will hurt your family. Mm-hmm. I always tell my son and my daughter. Now my son's my size, so it doesn't hit as hard as it used to. But I used to tell them, and this is why I work out, guys. I work out for my kids and because I want my wife to go damn. That's it. That's all. I want my kids. I want my kids to feel protected. That's the only reason I swear. I swear that's all. That's why I work out. I want my kids to look at me as a superhero, and I want my wife to say damn. But I used to tell my kids, I said, if anybody ever says they're going to hurt you if you tell me something they don't want you to tell me, look at me.
Sure.
And my son would go, you know. And for the most part, I would say I'm bigger amongst the parents. There are a few other guys that are ex-football players that are way bigger than me, but for the most part, my son and daughter would look at me and go like, you're not going to hurt my dad. My dad,
that's right.
My dad's big.
An acceptable time to be a little cocky.
Yeah.
It's an acceptable time to be like, you know what? Come at me.
But now I say that to Kaysen, I go, bud, if somebody ever says, don't tell your dad anything, look at me. You go, what, Dad? You're my size. In fact, I'm taller than me.
Hey, so I was at the playground the other day.
Oh, were your kids there?
Yes, they were, for sure. And so we're all having a blast at this brand new renovated park, and they've got this huge slide. And there's a group of kiddos being rambunctious, having fun. Teenagers, preteens, probably 12, 13, 14, somewhere.
Get out of here.
There.
You're too old for this park.
Whatever. I probably went to playgrounds around that age as well, like just messing around with my friends after
Sure.
school because I
As
don't
long as
want to
you're
go
not
home.
you're not being a jerk to the little kids.
And they weren't being jerks to the little kids at all. No big deal. But there was one kid. They were just being loud. There was a kid that got past like the safety guard on this giant slide.
Oh, boy.
And he's climbed to the top of this giant. I'm going to call it 2-story, maybe a story and a half. Is where he's hanging out on the middle of this slide, and the rest of the kids start chanting, "Jump, jump, jump,
Oh,
jump!"
no.
They're above parenting age. Like their parents did not bring them to the playground.
Yeah.
And
So they're like 8, 9, 10 years old?
Oh, I mean, they're
older?
little, like 12, 13,
Oh, yeah,
somewhere
okay,
in there.
cool.
And so I'm here. I am the one that's in charge. Like, right? Like if something goes down and the news has to come, they're going to be like, "Trey, why didn't you step up and do something?"
What would you say to the news?
I would say
They were really tall.
they were the teenage. I didn't want to get beat up.
They were wearing Jinkos. I was scared.
I thought you were going to say, not my kid, not my
kid,
problem.
not my problem. Well, I also kind of wanted to see this kid jump.
Sure.
I want to see what
Come
happens.
on.
Like, I'm still a little kid myself.
Okay.
And I'm going, he'll be fine. He'll be fine, right? Like, I don't have to be the one that talks him out of it. Do you feel like you have to be the responsible one in this situation?
I'm not sure. I mean, you might say from the park bench, "Don't do that, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better
Just to
not.
cover your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least approach and go, "Hey, man, not very safe. I wouldn't do that," and walk away. And that way, if he does jump and break his leg or arm, you can go, "Hey, I told him."
I let it play out.
Okay.
And he didn't end up jumping. He was he could tell he was the ringleader, cool
Scaredy
kid.
cat.
Like, oh, well,
Lame.
I think he could have done it just fine. But I wasn't like feeling like he was being peer pressured into it. I think it was something, his friends that have seen him do athletic things before wanted to see him do something athletic again. So I just let it be, and the kid never jumped. So I was a little disappointed.
You know what? I have a similar story, but I did jump.
You
Trey.
did?
I do
Okay.
too.
Okay.
I do too, Nick.
Third grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third grade at my elementary school. There's a bridge, right? I'm up on the playground equipment. There's a bridge, and people can run under the bridge, right?
Yeah.
And so, gravel,
Okay.
right, on the ground.
Yuck.
And I see some friends. They're about to run under the bridge, and I'm on the bridge. And I said, "Well, I want to jump down from the bridge and
Yeah.
maybe scare them or something like that." So I climb on the outside of the bridge, and I go to jump, but my foot gets caught in between some poles or
Yeah.
something, and so I jump. My foot stays in place. So now instead of my feet landing first, I do a backflip, and my face and hands land first. And I look up, and my friend that was running towards me, he's looking at me like I'm dead.
Did you say how high this bridge was?
I don't know. I mean,
5 feet.
enough for someone to run under, probably
so-
4 feet, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure, 4-ish feet.
Okay.
But landing face first,
Yeah.
right?
It still hurts.
Still hurt.
On gravel.
On gravel. It's hot.
Oh.
And my friend's looking at me like I'm dead. And then a teacher comes up and looks at me like I'm dead. And the teacher said to my friend, "Mason, can you take Nick to the nurse?" And I stand up, and I had broken my arm at this point.
Did you faint?
Nope. And then I can start noticing some blood dripping down from my face.
Yeah.
And when I get to the nurse, she kind of shows me a mirror. I looked like Two-Face. Half of my face was completely bloody where I landed. I had rocks embedded in my face.
Yep.
Wow.
And I was bleeding from them. My lip completely busted open, bleeding from my lip. And so my mom has to come from work, and I'm sitting in the nurse's office in a lot of pain.
Right.
Did you cry?
For 30 minutes, probably.
Okay, I hope so.
I was in a lot of shock.
I would've.
My mom sees me. She looks at me like I'm dead. I go to the hospital. They have to take tweezers and pick the rocks out of my face.
Wow.
And that hurt. And so, yeah, I had a broken arm, bloody lip, huge size. Still have some scars on my face and kind of a scar on my lip.
And the rocks, sometimes they can't get them out and it closes. I used to have like a little black dot. Eventually, your skin pushes it out, by the way.
Weird.
So I had one similar. I fell on a skateboard. I had a jumping story
Yes.
too, Nick. Apparently, Nick and I are jumpers. Trey, did you jump
Oh,
off?
for sure.
Okay,
For
good.
everything.
'Cause maybe you have one for us too. So this was in Mexico. I was in second grade, and we were living in my uncle's house. And so he was letting us stay down. He had it was a 2-story, and we were living downstairs. To get to their house, you had to go upstairs to get to their front door. Now in Mexico, it's not like it is in the States where you have a front yard and it's open and everybody could see. It's basically fenced off.
Yeah.
So it's like a little, it's got a tall fence because they want to keep it safe. And my cousin, his brother, my older cousin, was having a party that night. And he was in high school at the time. So he had put a tarp from the stairs all the way across to where the fence was,
Okay.
the front fence. And so it was covering because he wanted to cover it. I think it was going to rain and they wanted to have a little dance floor.
Okay.
So my cousin and I are going up to his house and we see the tarp and we're like, oh, this is pretty cool.
It's a trampoline.
And so we end up going one over. So we go to the roof. So there's the door. And then on top, you can get to the top of the house, which is where like the cleaning ladies would like wash stuff. So you can go up all the way. So we took the extra stairs, went to the top. So now we're at the top of the house. And one down where the door is where the tarp is.
Yeah, sure.
And then down is where the floor is.
Yeah.
So are you roughly 10 feet above the tarp, which is 10 feet above the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
probably 20 feet in
Yeah.
the air. Below the tarp is a VW bug.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm at the top. Our friends from the neighborhood come out and they come in the front gate because we're all going to play. I think we were playing Super Mario Brothers. I remember this. And they're at the bottom. Same thing. Jump.
Well, how do you say that in Spanish?
Brinca, brinca, brinca.
Wow.
Okay.
Or I think they were like saying it weird, like sing-song. It was like, que brinque. And so my cousin Atkaf and I are up there, and he looks at me and he goes, I'm not jumping. And I go, well, bro, they're saying jump. One of us has to jump. And he
We
goes-
have
It's
to.
the rule.
And he goes, you're older.
Okay.
Makes
also the
sense
rule.
to me.
Also
And I
the
go,
rule.
that is true. So I look down and I'm like, all I got to do, the tarp's going to catch me. It's going to bounce me. The
Yeah.
kids are going to scream and cheer and everything's going to be fine. So I go, okay, I just got to clear where the stairs are and get to the tarp. Easy. I'm an athlete. I play second grade soccer. So I get ready and I take one step and I jump and I clear the stairs and I just kind of put my back out to land on the tarp, which I go through like paper. Yeah.
I just completely ripped through the tarp.
Oh, Nick, did it stop me one bit? Absolutely not. I fall
Maybe
through.
made him fall faster.
I fall through that. I hit the car with my right leg. I hit the car with my right leg, flips me. I land flat on my stomach. Oh. I hear the boys go, ooh.
How do you say that in Spanish?
It was ooh. It's a universal
Yeah.
ooh, dude. So I fought, and I'm laying there, and I'm like, oh. And I try to get up. My ankle is busted. I could show you my ankle now. I still have the. So I get up, and I'm like, I look up, and Atkaf is sitting up at the top, and he just kind of comes down the stairs, runs in his house. I look at the boys that are in the front. They all run out. They leave.
No one comes to help.
Nobody came to help me. I get up, and I limp inside. My mom is taking a nap on her bed. And I just get in there and I curled up and I fell asleep with my mom with my broken ass ankle.
So did you wake up?
20 minutes later. What?
Yeah.
My cousin came, the older cousin came home, sees the hole in the tarp. There's a dent on his car.
What's going on?
He's like, somebody broke in. And I'm walking out limping. I'm like, what happened, bro? I got grounded for a month, by the way.
Pretty good.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
bro. Yeah, it was bad.
I don't have any crazy stories. I mean, we would just jump off of like when it would rain, we'd go down to there was this really, I don't even think it's a river, just a really big creek, and it would fill up these two spots. And so we had a cliff we'd jump off of, and if it rained enough, we could go jump off the bridge into the water. And it was probably, I don't know, 20, 30 feet.
Man, see, that's scary. I don't know how deep that water gets, though.
That's Burleson for you.
Yeah, but you got to test the depth.
So, well, we knew how low it got whenever it was bone dry, because we'd go play down there too when it was completely dry, and then it would rain, and we were like, oh, it's about 8 feet. We could do that.
Nope.
It was
I wanna
fine.
jump.
It was
Yeesh.
fine.
And this
Nobody got hurt. I don't recommend it, but nobody got hurt.
Okay, so Trey did it the safest. Nick and I were
Barely.
We were dummies.
We were
Got
dumb.
the luckiest.
Yeah.
So while we're on the subject of teenage hoodlums in the neighborhood, Trey, something similar-ish is happening at our park and in our community. And the Facebook groups and the Nextdoor apps are buzzing talking about this.
Okay.
We're having a big issue with kids 12 to 15 on e-bikes or e-scooters.
Oh, this is
In the
happening
park.
in mine too.
In the park. I
awesome.
think it's an epidemic.
I saw them setting up a jump, and I was like,
Yes.
they're complaining on the group. I'm like, guys,
So,
go for it.
We got kids, just hauling.
Yeah.
Too fast, yeah.
So fast. And these kids will cut through the playground,
Sure.
like in and around like the playground equipment.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
And even just the walking paths, and the old people are having a hard time getting out of their way.
Right.
And then it's also in the street. I mean, they are on busy streets, main streets through the city.
Yeah.
And these e-bikes, they can get up to like 30, 40 miles an hour. They can go fast.
Legitimate vehicles.
Yeah, they really
Absolutely.
are. They absolutely are.
And so there's really not, at least in our city, there's not really like regulations on these. There's fairly new where people are taking them to this. Like, I don't want to be the fuddy-duddy lame person, but like, this is really dangerous.
Sure.
And they've flown past me and my kids when we're driving or walking or at the park. The other day, we were at the park and a kid, he was probably 10, he had like an e-bike scooter thing, and he tried to ramp up one of the playground slides.
Awesome.
And he did not make it, and
Of course
he
not.
hit it and flew into the slide. Luckily, he did have the helmet on.
Yeah.
But it's just like, at what point... I'm not going to do anything. Like, I'm not going to run for city council or anything like that to make this. But like, I don't know. Should there be rules about these? Because I feel lame saying it, but these are dangerous, and something needs to be done.
what was the end game going up the slide?
He wanted to like ramp up it. I'm not sure.
What-
but
make
up there,
it-
Kids, you
he
gotta
just
make
wanted to
it
get up
up the
there.
slide.
you got to think about when I get up there, what now?
Yeah.
'Cause
and so
some of those can't hold a whole bike up there. It's not no
And
room.
It's hard enough looking. And I hate people that just ride bicycles. I hate them so much.
Wow.
In the neighborhood and stuff, I hate them.
Then you hate me.
I do.
I'd be riding my
hate you.
bicycle.
Wait, what's
I hate
What's
you.
wrong with the bicycle?
I don't mind the random leisurely bicycle. It's like bicyclists.
the bicyclist that's
that are in their spandex
With the
and-
skinny tires?
and
Okay.
they're going to take up the entire lane.
It's
That's
in my
not me.
future. It's in my future.
It's like, no,
promise.
hook it to your truck and go to a trail. Don't ride through the neighborhoods and the
Okay.
street. It's so frustrating.
I'm going to be that. I'm going to do that in golf. That's what I'm doing in my old age.
but
They do
anyways,
take up a whole lane in busy streets.
We're already looking out for bicyclists and stuff like that, going at normal bike speeds. But now you're adding in the e-bikes and stuff like that genuinely fly down the street, and we're just waiting for an accident to happen. And whose fault is that? Is it my if a e-bike flies out of nowhere and I hit it? I don't know. If I'm coming around the corner or something, whose fault is it?
yeah, they're going to
if
end
you're
up saying
obeying
It's going to
traffic
be me.
laws,
It's going to be my fault.
It's gonna be me.
So I don't know. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's
What can
every
you
other
do?
day. There's some post with 15 comments on it on
Yeah,
Facebook groups
same.
and next door apps about people complaining about this. And what are these parents doing, letting their kids do that?
Oh, man.
Come on.
I would
have loved to have
exactly,
one.
Exactly.
I mean, you're
What-
talking
for sure.
I was taking those Sector 9 skateboards, and we would find the highest hill in California. We had some hills,
Yeah.
and we would bomb those hills. I think we were going maybe not me because I was kind of a wuss in the group, but my friend DJ once did it. He was going down this hill. I would say he's going 30, 35, maybe 40 miles an hour. And then we were at the bottom of the hill, and we were just watching out for the traffic because it was a main road. And we would stand in the middle just in case they were 50-mile-an-hour road, by the way, because DJ had to go across because he couldn't stop. We were doing that. At least the e-bikes have brakes.
True.
So they at least have the power to stop and be a little more responsible than we were.
That's the latest neighborhood drama.
Yeah, I don't know how you solve it.
Is your neighborhood, do they want to like outlaw them and ban them? Is it the same kind of talk?
Theirs is mostly like they're trying to do stunts and they're trying to. It's one of them hit a car because they were jumping ramps and it was outside of my neighborhood, but they hit the car because they didn't land it right. So it's that.
How do you not have to have a license for that?
I don't know. I mean, I feel the same way
They're
about
not street legal.
I feel the same way about
Yeah.
over the top giant lifted trucks. You should have a special license for that too.
Like a monster
Right,
truck license.
right.
Yeah.
How do you even see me?
Exactly. You can't.
You can't see me with that. You need cameras on your wheels.
Yeah, right.
Like that's
Cool.
what you need right there.
But that's the latest neighborhood, guys.
Yeah, we should call that the "Get Your Ball Out My Yard" segment. That's what we should call those. I have an update on my. I think I want to get you guys' vibe. If I did the right thing.
Uh-oh.
My daughter's had a tough year in soccer.
Oh,
We
yes.
switched
the
teams.
coach. I remember the coach wasn't playing her as much.
Yeah, it was like it's been very like I just honestly, and he tells me he likes because we've had conversations and they always end amicably and it's fine. But last weekend we played a game, and we played a team we beat 7-0 before. Well, this time they scored right away, and it was 1-0. And then we tied the game. And then towards the end of the game, Chloe was in, and she was playing, and she did a really good job. She got around a girl. She centered the ball. It was beautiful center to one of our best players. She got it and scored, and we took the lead. I was, wow, Chloe. As a dad, I was so proud of her. I'm like, oh my gosh, she must be so proud of herself right now. And I'm happy and everybody's good. And I know we've beat this team before, but maybe they had a good game. We end up winning 2-1. Towards the end of the game, though, I saw an interaction between her and her coach, and they're across the field, and they're playing on a full-size field now, so I can't hear what he says. But I see one of her midfielder had the ball, and I could hear him yelling, "Play it to Chloe." And the girl didn't. She didn't pass it to Chloe. And Chloe was sitting there, and I see her hands like, pass it. I hear her calling for the ball, and the girl gets close to her. She keeps dribbling to her, so Chloe tries to rotate to go into her position because obviously she came into her area. So she's like, okay, I'll go where you were. And as she starts doing that, the girl finally kicks it. The ball goes out of bounds. Now, the whole time the coach was yelling, "Play it to Chloe." Chloe was asking for it. And then finally, when it came to, Chloe finally ran out of real estate and tried to shift. He said something to my daughter. It was directed at her. I saw her look at him. I saw the girl that was on the other team look at him with like, whoa. And I saw Chloe's shoulder slump. I saw her turn. And I saw her start wiping. She was crying. So after the game, she was coming off the field, and she had tears in her eyes, crying. And I go, "Baby, what do you helped win the game. You had the winning assist. What's going on?" And she said to me, "I don't want to play for him anymore." And I go, "Oh, what happened?" And she said, "He told me I play like a 5-year-old."
Oh.
And she goes, I'm 11. I'm 11. She just kept saying, "I'm 11. And I go, "Baby, it's okay. Maybe." And I said, "What was it?" And she told me it was that play. And I was like, honestly, I know I'm your dad, but I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you did what you were supposed to. I sent her to special skill classes, and she has a private coach. I was like, "That's what your private coach has told you to do." And she goes, "I know. I thought I was doing the right thing, but he says I play like a 5-year-old." And that she doesn't think correctly when in terms of soccer, or something like that along the lines. I don't know exactly, because she's a little kid, so she's telling me what she interpreted it as. And as we're doing this, the girl that was behind her comes up to her and she goes, "Hey, I don't think you're bad at soccer. I think you're really good and you're fast." So this little girl that just lost the game came up to my daughter, made her feel good, or try to, because she heard what her coach said. And I looked at Kinsey at that point and I said, I don't want to teach my kids about quitting.
Right.
But we're done.
How much longer is the season? How many
we
games?
have, I think, 2 or 3 more games and maybe a tournament. And I told Kinsey, I said, we're done. We'll go look for another family, another soccer family. And I told Kinsey, actually, let's take a moment to think about it. Let's see how we wake up in 24 hours, and then we'll move from there. I woke up the next day. I was still pissed off. I was still upset that he didn't congratulate her. He didn't say good job. And I don't want to make this guy sound out to be like he's an awful coach. He's not. He knows what he's talking about. But he's not a rah-rah guy. He's not a build-up type coach. And I am. That's how I coach my kids. Sure. I end games and practices hugging my boys. Hey, good job today. That's how I want to coach my kids. That's what I expect from mine. So I told Chloe, "Are you really done?" And she said, "I want to play soccer, but I'm not liking it. And he doesn't like me. And he didn't even say thank you or good job. And I don't want to play for him." And I said, "All right, we're done. I have to ask for a release from this team for her to even go try to practice with another team." And I did. I asked for a release. It's been a week, guys. I didn't take her to practice. I didn't say nothing. I'm done talking to the gentleman. And they've left me on red. They didn't respond to me, nothing. And so now I'm like, am I doing the right thing by quitting? Am I going to be blacklisted in the soccer world? Are they going to speak ill of my family? Because I'm going to pick my daughter's side every time, and I'm going to stand up for her. But I think it was a little extreme that in a game we won, you still found a way to. Nobody should want to quit after a win.
Yeah. Who has to sign this release? The coach or the okay.
The coach will. But I asked, it's a club, so I had to go to the president, and so I asked them for the release, and It's been a week. Nothing.
Even like the governing body hasn't gotten
Nothing.
That seems odd.
Nobody. And we got a game on Saturday. We didn't go to practice on Tuesday.
Don't go to the game.
Yeah.
And so Kinsey and I were like, well, do we show up to the game? Because now the coach is going on our group text and going, hey, some people have asked for releases, so we'll talk about it after the game. And I'm like, no, because I don't want to be talked back in. I don't want her to be. I already listened to him once, and he told me, I'm sorry, and we'll change it up. And then it happened again. So I don't want to get sales pitched into putting her in a position where she's going to be hurt again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think since you've made it known that you want to be gone, if you go back,
it looks weird,
I think you risk any sort of retaliation from him by not playing her at all.
That's another
You're gonna miss practice, so you're not going to play.
At some point, Chloe's going to have bumps in the road that really suck. And we know you don't want to play. She knows her dad has her back. Show up for those 3 games, and you may not play, but you showed up, and you did
until we get see, that's what I was thinking, Trey. But
you do what you were supposed to do.
Yeah. I think you finish the season, and then you just don't ever speak to these people again.
Yeah, I think that's what
you know.
Because man,
it's awful, and you say, "Look, this is how." There's 2 different kinds of coaches that you can get. This is the one we don't like,
and
move forward.
And she came from last season where she had a freaking lovey coach. This guy was he had a handshake with every girl, and and he was playful, and same thing. He would give them all their hugs after, and he was very affirmative, and he was very complimentary, and then this was the complete opposite of that. And listen, I know we can get messages saying, "Hey, that's sports." Coach, kids need to be, they need toughness. And I agree with that, except these are young ladies, and this is a male figure in their life. And I feel like that person needs to be someone that gives them positivity. And they're 11 years old. They're not in high school. They're not college athletes yet. They're still developing, and they're learning the game and seeing if they even like the game long term.
What's the reason to play sports?
To learn how to overcome adversity,
This is a pretty darn big adversity for her to go. But if she can, all you got to do, I mean, if she can make it through these 3 weeks of games, then she has overcome something, and she beat that coach that was talking down to her.
That's true.
I showed up, even though you don't think that I'm as good as they are. I still showed up. I still managed to get out there and try my best, even when somebody was trying to hold me back. And I think that that's a lesson in sports.
True.
I also think it's a lot easier to play knowing, well, I just got 3 games left.
Totally, exactly.
There's a lot less stress on that. Well, I just got 2 games. Well, just get through this tournament.
And I feel like
I'm done.
It may seem like I'm not on your side because it sounds like that coach is a bad coach and doesn't do things. I am totally on your side, and it wouldn't.
And again, he's not. I'm not. I don't want him to. I don't want to vilify him. He's just not the right fit for my daughter.
100%.
Right?
It's not part of her. You hear about culture and community within a team, and I mean it's a real life thing from each and every team. There's a different culture, a different vibe, and you got to have the same values and the same understanding of how we're playing this game as a team to make you part of the team.
Yeah, and it is true. Sometimes we do have you don't expect adversity on your team. You don't expect adversity at your work environment.
Right.
But it will show up. And yeah, this will be one of those lessons she unfortunately had to learn at 11.
It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But I honestly do believe that you are a good person for her to listen to. In that, like, there are some people that will just get back out there and listen to your coach. Maybe you do play like a 5-year-old. That might be dads.
I'm sure there's a lot of dads that say that too.
Get back out there and do it. Listen to your coach. But I disagree with that.
Yeah.
And I think that you're a great leader and you can show her that, hey, listen, you keep that positive attitude. You keep your light and let this guy be a piece of garbage.
See, that's why I wanted to talk to you guys, because I was on the verge of not taking her, but I think I should take her until they give me my release.
Because Chloe seems like a real winner, and there will be a community within a team that she appreciates, and she will be able to show how much of a winner she is.
It sucks.
And
Keep
she
your
does
chin
love,
up, and
she does love the girl. She's like become best friends with a few girls on the team. Like, she loves it. So yeah, I think we should. I'll keep you guys posted on this.
Of course,
we'll show up, and I'm going to tell her, hey, you're probably not going to play, and I maybe have. I'll take that. I'll say I put the letter out there, and maybe that's why you don't play, but. You're going to sit there and you're going to cheer your friends on.
Even better. We'll go for ice cream after the game no matter what.
Bam.
We're having fun.
And also, when you come across these people, hopefully it's a lesson to your kids of like, well, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
Bam.
You know, like,
That's
okay. Because then you do remember the good coach who is positive. You're like, man, I need to be more like that person and not like this person.
Yeah.
And they're going to run into a lot of those people growing up. And
Man.
and it never stops.
Youth sports, man. It's crazy.
I know.
It's a crazy world.
It sounds like it only gets worse.
So advice, if you get a chance to coach your kids, do it. That way you can be in there and you get to manage it a little bit
Trey,
better.
this guy sounds a lot like how I picture you coaching.
No
You're
way.
Quaid
at
and
him.
his team.
That's right.
Just
Get your ass back out there.
yeah.
I'm foe.
You play soccer like you're 4. I am 4.
One quick note to wrap stuff up. Nick, I stole your wallet.
Where was that?
It was just sitting in my other.
I can't believe you didn't. How do you not know your wallet's missing this whole
I
time?
don't know. I have a lot of stuff in my pockets.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was
What's in your
there.
pocket? Before we go, what's in your pockets? Let's see. Let's play. What's in Nick's pockets? Keys. AirPods?
Yeah, I guess that was it.
Well,
I had
yeah.
my phone sitting next to me.
I just walked in there. I saw a wallet, and I was like, oh, whatever. Anyway, Nick has $27 in cash.
Do I?
Yeah.
Well,
And-
it's
yeah.
0 now. There's a finder's fee. It's all in there, dude. He's looking.
Yeah.
Right now, I do feel like my wallet is very much like a dad's wallet.
That's a thick wallet.
It is a thick wallet. I got receipts flowing out
Look
of there.
at the
Yours is
difference-
pretty thin.
Mine's thin because I don't have a bunch of stuff in there.
Your wallet is on a GLP-1. Mine is just, mine is fat.
That's funny.
And also, how often do you replace wallets? I'm getting to the point where it's like, I should replace mine, but I don't want to.
I don't replace it. It's I get it gifted to me, and if it comes,
Right.
then I'll do that.
I've had one sitting in my Amazon cart for probably a year.
Yeah.
But I'm just never going to
I'm
get
not
it.
going to transfer all this stuff
Yeah,
over.
it's the whole thing, dude.
All right. Well, what a wonderful conversation. And we'll be back again sometime, I guess. I don't know.
At some point.
At some point.
We'll see.
I'm Trey.
I'm Nick.
I'm JC.
And remember,
Stand up straight.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.